Hey, it's Angela with foodstorage-and-survival.com, and we're going to show you a quick and easy method of cooking a trout. These are the fish that we caught the other day, and we're going to cook them up. This is a method that's easy because all it requires of you is some aluminum foil, butter or spray oil, and that's optional, and the fish you caught, and then some seasonings of your choice. I like salt, pepper, and garlic with mine. This is a method that you can cook at home. You can cook it in your oven. You can cook it on your barbecue grill. I like to put mine on the grill. Or you can cook it in the coals of your campfire. So super, super easy, versatile way to cook your fish. All right, so you got your piece of aluminum foil. And rub about the bottom half of it with butter. Or spray oil. Or like I said, you can skip this step, and it still works because the fish, they have a lot of juice in them. This just adds a little bit of flavor. Okay, get your fish. You can cut the head off. I normally do, but this time we're leaving them on just for a little bit of fun. We're gonna, there's a little piece of meat right in the cheek that our friends told us about and showed us, so we're gonna cook them up with that meat in. And he actually had a brother, the guy that taught us about the cheek meat, has a brother who likes to eat the fish eye. So we're going to see if any of the kids want to have one of those. All right, before you lay your fish on, where you lay it, you're going to put some salt or put your seasonings on the foil. Yeah, wasn't quite ready there. And then lay your fish on there and season the top of it and the inside. And after I cleaned these while I was camping, I brought them home. I washed them out with some running water. If I was doing them over the campfire, I wouldn't have worried too much. I mean, would have washed them out with, take some water from your water cooler. Okay, then you just roll it up in the foil. So you have like a little fish pouch. Roll the ends over, seal them up, and that little fish is ready to go on the grill or into the coals of the fire. If you do different seasonings, you can write on it with a Sharpie, or you want to put people's names on them, whatever, and that works out well. All right, we'll check back in with this, so we'll go throw it on the grill. All right, one more note before I roll the second fish up. I just wanted to show you that when I cleaned it, when we pull that bottom jaw off, it takes the first two fins off. It tears right through those. But you still have this fin and this fin and a fin on top and the tail and that little thing that's not really a fin. Those are fine to just leave in there. In fact, they're kind of nice because they act kind of like a turkey timer. If you pull on them right now, there's no way they're coming out, but when that fish is cooked, if you pull on that, it'll come out nice and easy, and it'll bring the little bones out with it. Okay, and then you know that your fish is all cooked up. All right, I'm going to wrap that one up. Then we'll toss them on the grill. Okay, we're out. We're going to put these fish on the grill. Just lay them on. I've got it on medium heat. We're going to cook them there about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll flip them over and do another 5 minutes or so, and then we will be ready to eat them. Thicker fish might need a little bit longer, but you'll be able to check and tell if they're done well enough. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Okay. Okay, our fish is all done cooking, and you can see these fins that we left in here. If you pull on them, they pull out really easy. They usually bring that little chunk of meat with them. There's that top fin, and it pulls out and brings the bones with it, so you know that it's done. At this point, I have another method I'm going to have to show you another time that I use when the head is cut off, but you can peel the skin off. We don't eat the skin, but it's easy to get the skin off, and then just flake that meat off the skeleton. Ooh, that one took bone with it. Yeah, I'll have to show you the other method of getting the fish off of the off of the bones, but that'll work too. You can pull it off this way. There's some bones that come up where the meat has that seam, and so you kind of want to pull it both directions, get it off, and then you leave those little bones there. Okay, and you flake that off, pull that off, and put it on your plate, and it's ready to go, ready to eat. Okay, enjoy eating trout. Okay, it turns out that the head comes off pretty easy once it's been cooked, so I'm going to show you that other method of getting the meat off of the bones. Once the head's off, whether you chopped it off before you started cooking or you chop it off after, you can see this little spinal cord right here. And so you pick that up and get your fork, and the bones, remember there's that line of bones that comes into the middle portion of the meat. So you just straddle that with your fork tines and knock that meat down. So you're lifting up on the bones, patting down on the meat. And do that all the way, the whole length of the fish. Okay. Oh, he wants to stick to the foil. And then turn that over and do the same thing. Grab that spinal cord. Sometimes it wants to come apart depending on how well it got cooked. And tap down on the meat and lift the skeleton, tap down on the meat. And there you got the two halves of the fish, and all the bones are out of them. All right, there you go. Happy eating trout. Thanks for joining me.